F1oorOneTV. I'm Devin.
Oh my gosh, I'm Cadence.
Alright. She wasn't ready. You ready?
Yeah. Please use that. I'm Cadence. Thank you. Goodbye.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to F1oorOneTV. I'm Devin.
And I'm Cadence. And if this is your first week joining us, welcome. F1oorOne is a student-led experience featuring games, worship, teaching, and funny videos.
That's right, and you can see it all here on Wednesdays at 7:30. And connect with us on Facebook and YouTube and all the rest of our socials.
This week we are talking about when it comes to the Bible, we read it because God is in it.
It's important to know what's in things. So to understand that better, we're going to watch this funny video.
Thank you, Devin and Cadence. I'm here with someone y'all love and know, and that's Ivy Langer.
I'm good. Life's been good.
That's good. So, how's your summer?
It's been very eventful. I got a house, I got a fiance, I got a dog, I got a job.
That's really good. That's really good.
It's been a little stressful, but good.
So, do you know how to speak any foreign languages?
I took Spanish in high school, but I know very, very little, so.
Alright, well thankfully technology today has enabled us to translate any languages, even some confusing lyrics. So we're going to play this game called Badly Translating Lyrics. So let's see how this is going to work. Basically what it's about is we're going to be using Google Translator. These songs are going to be taken from English to another language and then back to English. So let's see how this is gonna work out. But if you guys want to play this, you can play at home. Just if you know what it is, just comment in the comment section below. So yeah. All right. So the first one is it's gonna be taken from English into Italian and then back to English. So okay.
Hi.
Okay.
Hi, on the other hand, I should have tried 1,000 times. I'm telling you I'm sorry and everything I've done, but when I call you, I never do it. Looks like he's home.
It's like hello from Adele, like hello from
Yeah, there you go, there you go. I think, yep, see?
I was right.
You knew the name of it, I'm impressed.
Yeah, it's probably not going to be very good, but we can, let's, okay. Okay, so this
Is that Persian? I didn't even know
okay, this one's from
was.
English to Persian, back to English.
Okay.
So, okay, let's see it.
So I raise my hands, they play my song, and the butterflies fly.
So from my hands up, playing my song, the butterflies fly away. It's like by my
I don't know the name of it, but Party in the USA. I don't know the name of that.
That's
Okay.
good.
You're good at this. Okay. Welsh? Is that Samoan? I've never heard of that. Okay.
Alright, let's see.
English to Welsh to Samoan English.
Okay.
When the worst words ever knocks me down, I will send the floods. They will fly out. I am brave. I'm crushing it. I'm the person I have to be. Here I am. Look, 'cause I'm coming. And so I walk up to the weight I am heavy on. I'm not afraid to know. I do not apologize. Here I am. See, at first I thought it was Africa because I saw the floods and I just
For a second, I was like Imagine Dragons for a second, but I don't know.
This is me. What is that?
What? Oh, this is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. By the Great Showman. Have you seen
I don't know
movie?
that. Is that bad?
No, I should have
I don't know that song.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good one. Can't believe don't know that because I.
Why are they normal? Okay, French is normal.
Okay.
Armenian? English to Armenian.
French.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's just see it. Someone told me that the world would turn around. I'm not the sharpest equipment in the vacuum. He's looking for a dumb finger with his thumb and thumb on his forehead in the form of L. What?
In the world? I have no idea.
I'll start. What? Everybody said they're sweet. I mean, this is supposed to be easy.
I thought I'd be good at this, but I'm not.
I'm not either. It's okay.
It's okay. Let's just go to the next one.
English to Greek to Serbian. Sounds
Okay.
like a yogurt to English. Okay. No one can tell me. You can't tell me anything. No one can tell me. You can't tell me anything. Guess I'll take my animal the old way. I'm going to the car until I can't anymore. I'll take my animal to the old way. I'm going to the car until I can't anymore.
Is it like Old Town Road?
Is it? Yeah. I'm really impressed. That was good.
Animal like horse.
Good job. Okay. Latin to Swahili to English.
Okay.
Alright. Shortly after, the little girl's town, living alone in the world. That night, soldiers train, going anywhere. Oh, I know the. Okay, what's the name of it? Like, I took a midnight train, going anywhere.
What's the name?
I don't know. I know the song.
Yeah.
I don't know the name. Is that bad?
I don't know. It's just.
Don't stop. Are you kidding me?
Oh, that song! I really should know this. I feel like I'm disappointing everybody.
I know, me too. English to Finnish to Estonian to English. Invite your boy, make a loud sound. There's sometimes a big guy playing on the street. Your face is mud, a great shame.
It's like a face, a big mistake.
Oh.
Kicking your kid all
Why does it say we will vaccinate you? We will vaccinate you.
Fuck you.
It's like they're ready for COVID. English. Oh wait, that's the same one, isn't it? Oh, no, maybe not. English to Finnish to Estonian to English.
Okay.
Boy is not missing. I said, boy, get up. I say, boy, why are you in a new city? No need to be unhappy. Boy, can you go anywhere? I can't see. I said, friend, if you have any dust, this is hard. You can stay there, and I'm sure you will find it, man. Many ways to have fun.
Yeah,
I don't know.
YMCA! Why did you? How would that be the YMCA?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now,
yes, like young boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
English to Japanese to German to Somali to Italian to Norwegian to English. Okay.
It's gonna be very difficult, I feel like.
Let him be at peace, let him go. I can't stand him anymore. Let him be at peace, let him go. Turn your back and close the door. I don't care what they say, a storm is coming. However, the cold is not that bad. Oh, that's from Frozen. Like,
Frozen. Cool.
let it go.
Yeah, let it go.
Yeah.
You got it.
I'm really ashamed that that's the one.
I know. Out of all of them, you get Frozen.
Okay, English to Mongolian, to Hindi, to Spanish, to Sudanese. I thought to say garlic. To Russian, to English. I go pumping. I and the crowd are going. Buy beans and cookies. I don't care if he doesn't come back. I will dig for ground equipment. Why does he keep saying equipment? It would be a shame if he had not come. He was attacked with a strike and 2/3 in the old bomb game.
That just sounds violent.
It kind of does. Take me out the ball game.
What in the world?
How does ball game transfer to bomb game? Okay.
Is that it?
Oh, that's it, yeah.
Oh.
Well, I think we did very okay.
Alright, well thank you guys so much for playing, and thank you Ivy for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Now let's go to this week's message.
Welcome to week 3 of the Explain series. Throughout the series, we've been breaking down verses, and today I'm going to be breaking down the verse 2 Timothy 3:16. In that verse, it says, "All scripture is God-breathed and is useful for teaching, rebuking, correcting, and training in righteousness. Now, for the first part, all scripture is God-breathed, I think is the most important part of the scripture, because what it is saying is that it's not just a bunch of old guys writing random words in a book. God put the words in those people's head, and they wrote it down based on what God was telling them to do. And in 2 Timothy, Paul is writing letters to Timothy saying how to run a church. And with that, Paul isn't just writing some random advice. God is telling Paul what to tell Timothy. And in my opinion, I find that very powerful and meaningful, because if it was just a bunch of old guys, it could be faulty and some of it may not be true. But because it was God, it has more power and meaning and symbolism behind it. And then for the next part of the verse, it says, is useful for teaching. And with that, say that you have a friend that is going through some things, and you're not entirely sure what to say yourself. So you open up the Bible and look up some verses, and you find verses that can be very helpful. And so you show those verses to your friend, and it may say that this is happening for some reason, or that you can get through this, or it tells the person how to react to a situation, or who to talk to in certain situations. And you are helping teach that person to look into the Bible and find advice or answers in there. And you can do that with many other people. It doesn't have to be friends. Like I am teaching you right now, so you can just be wherever and whenever. And then it says rebuking. And then the definition of rebuking is expressing sharp disapproval or criticism. And say that someone is spreading false claims about the Bible. And so you try to talk to them, telling them, hey, this is wrong, in case they think it might be true. But they're just trying to spread false claims, trying to get people away from God. And so you spread the truth yourself, which combines the teaching act. And so you are pointing in the Bible saying, this is where what he is saying is false. And if he were to try and prove himself right, he wouldn't be able to, because the only truth is in the Bible, and what he is saying is against it. And then the next part is correcting. So say that someone is reading the Bible and they're trying really hard to learn what's in it, but they misunderstand it, but they think it is correct. So they tell people what they have learned. But you have read the same part, and so you correct them, saying, no, this isn't correct. It actually says this. Because you have also asked people and you have studied. So then they're like, oh, okay. So then they go and tell everyone else. So you're not only helping one person know the truth, you're helping many others learn. Then in the final part, you have training in righteousness. And training in righteousness is, in my opinion, you are learning how to go out into the world. You are training how to teach others, how to correct others, how to inform others of the truth. You're training based on what God has said based on the Word. You're also training to be Christ-like. And Christ is righteous. God is righteous. And so you're training in righteousness. And if you don't understand stuff yourself, you can ask a pastor or your parents who may have studied and worked on the Word themselves. So it's okay if you don't understand yourself. There are other people who will answer for you or answer questions. And they will help you look into the Bible as well. Thank you for listening. Now I'm going to pass it over to Jake to look into it a little bit more in small groups.
Treasures of faith are never enough. you, Abby, for that wonderful message, and thank you for the worship team for doing worship the past few weeks. We are here to talk through questions to kind of help us better understand what's actually being talked about in the message. And so, before we get started, I want to do introductions. My name's Jake.
My name's Devin.
I'm Amelia. I'm Cadence.
I'm Abby.
Great. Now let's get into the question. Who are the content creators that you follow, and why do you follow them?
I follow like some extremely famous people, like the Outer Banks characters. Some of you people might know them, but I follow them, so I think they're pretty great.
Yeah.
True Alex Perez, like, comment, subscribe. Just he's a pretty great guy if you would get to know him.
Why do we care about people who create content that we watch? And why do you think they're the ones that you follow?
The reason I follow them is because they're like interesting, so they really like show kind of, I don't really know the word, but like they get me like hooked on what they're talking about, so then I want to watch more of it. So they just kind of keep it going to where I keep wanting to watch more. So.
For Alex, you can really tell in his videos that he's passionate about what he's doing, and when you see that passion, you always want to support that.
So I think for me, I follow, as far as content creators, I guess, I follow a lot of bands and a lot of singers stuff, and I like to watch them because that's stuff I'm interested in. They're further along in the hobbies that I'm invested in, so that's a big reason why I watch them.
Yeah.
So moving on to the next question. How does knowing what God is like as a creator behind the content of the Bible affect how you read the Bible? So I think for me, because it's like we talked a few weeks ago about all the attributes of God and of Jesus. So like, God is a God of love. And so getting to read through the Bible, you get to understand that there's this story that's going on from the beginning of time and even before time began. There's a story going on about a God who created these beings that he loved. And these beings turned from him, and yet this entire time, through thousands of years, he's working a way to bring them back to him in a way of love. And eventually, even after that happens with the resurrection, but even after that happens, he's still redeeming us to himself today, and we'll be doing that work until we meet with him in heaven.
I kind of look at it as how God is a very kind and loving Father. So it's kind of like all the stuff in the Bible, what He says has our best interest at heart. So it kind of lets us know that this isn't just a bunch of advice; it's stuff that will actually help us and guide us through our life.
Some people that I've talked to before, they think that through some of the bad problems they've gone through, they think that God's kind of like a big bully in the sky. And so whenever this comes up with them and they're reading the Bible, it can make it difficult sometimes to fully connect until they actually dig in and kind of read some of that wisdom that is just totally proving them wrong.
Yeah. I think it's like a whole like book of like rules that you have to follow and stuff like that. But like once you really like know about it and think about it, it's not just like, he's trying to help us get through life and all the struggles that we're gonna have to face. So
So moving on to our final question. Somebody read 2 Timothy 3:16.
All scripture is breathed out by God and profitable for teaching, for reproof, for correction, and for training in righteousness, that the man of God may be complete, equipped for every good work.
So, what are some of the ways that the Bible has helped you in your own life?
What are some of the ways that the Bible hasn't helped me? Well, the Bible has guided each and every Christian to follow the ways of God. So, and that's every single day. So I guess you would say that the Bible is, if you're living out the Christian faith, then the Bible technically would be your life in some circumstance. It's a lot, but majority, I guess.
So like, I think for me, looking forward to a sneak peek for next week. The Bible is, in the Psalms it talks about the Bible is a lamp unto our feet and a light unto our paths. It doesn't exactly tell us which way to go. It's not this. A lot of people talk about it being a road book, a map, or a road book, I guess. A lot of people talk about it being like that and guiding us in our every step. And while it's not a terrible thing to say, like, God gives us a choice of what we want to do, but the Bible, so many times in our life, shows us, hey, this is coming up, and this is how you could deal with this, or you could go the other way. So I think that's been like a major help through a lot of times of my life, especially with, you know, the whole coronavirus thing ruining my senior year. So
There's this like Ecclesiastes 3:1 through 11. It's basically just saying there's a time and place for everything, and it lets me know that there's a certain time to do stuff, and it helps me keep under control about my emotions and how I deal with things, and it lets me know that I can't necessarily yell at this person now, but I can scream into my pillow later. So that helps.
well, thank you guys for being here and answering questions. And I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Devin and Cadence for the outro.
Thank you for everyone who hung out with us today, and especially you guys at home.
Don't forget to hang out with us at 7:30 on Facebook and YouTube, and don't forget to follow all of our socials.
And make sure to meet us at the park at 6 o'clock on Sundays.
That's all we got. Thanks for hanging out with us, and have a good week. Bye.
That was really good. That's great.
Oh, you're welcome.
I was like, it was gonna be like,
till now?
we're gonna have to do another